Welcome in. It is day 351, and you're speaking to the Meeple's Champion. And today we're going to be going over another one of my Kickstarters that will be coming in reasonably soon. This should be in the mail in the next month or so. The game is called Unition. Now, Unition is a card game. It's a deck building game, and it's actually coming from the artist themselves. It's an artist who had an idea, did all the art for the entire game, put it out. He rose a good amount of money at a $12,000 goal. He made almost 15 grand. So I'm really excited to see what he made for a game. But I went through, I read all the Kickstarter, I watched his video, and I got the basics so I could try to give you a review today. Now, the concept of the game is you all start with 10 cards, just like any deck builder. And as you're going through, you're going to be trying to build. Now, there are 5 different factions in the game, and you can buy different cards as you're going. Just as usual, you're going to have a community area of cards. When it's your turn, you have the option to buy from those. But unlike most deck builders, this has 2 different routes to victory. Either you can go on the aggressive route, and you're going to attack your opponents. By doing so, well, you're going to try to be the last one left by reducing your opponent's health tokens down to 0 and knocking them out. However, you can also try to go the peaceful route, and you can attempt to be building up your victory points. You're going to keep building more. You hide the victory points behind your player card, and at the point where you hit the number required, you reveal that you've hit that, and you instantly win the game. It's a really interesting looking game. I like this cool balance between the two. There's great setups of, if you're able to play multiple cards of the same color on your turn, you get Unition, which means you get to not only activate their regular card, but the bottom text as well. Or, if you get all 5 cards of the 5 different factions played in the same turn, you get Mega Unition, which means you immediately get to take a second turn. So it's a pretty cool setup. Obviously, the idea being that once you have enough color cards into your deck, you should be able to hit Unition or Mega Unition every turn. And there are different factions with different basic abilities, whether that be strength or victory point scoring or the ability to eliminate cards from your deck. It's a really cool looking game, but why don't we jump in, let's talk our 7 categories and see where this game lands for us. When it comes to the art, when a game's coming out from the artist, you're kind of hoping that means it's going to be really good art. Based on everything they've shown, when it comes to the card art, it looks fabulous. I'm really excited for the card art. And when it comes to the box, it's good. It's a small box. This isn't a giant game. It's white with the name Unition on it, and it's going to have a bunch of the different cards kind of wrapped around the words. You're going to see it here. I have a shot of the copy here. I think it's actually a nice little cover for a smaller game like this. For me, the art looks good. Thumbs up. Your components. Now, obviously I haven't had these in hand. All I can do is judge from what I've seen on their Kickstarter, but it looks like they're going to have both cards and cardboard pieces for all of your different types of points, health points. I think this all looks like it's really going to be good. I'll be able to judge it better when I have it in hand, but until then I can only judge from what I see, and from what I see it looks like this is all going to be good quality. Thumbs up. Your price. Now, it was obviously a little expensive online, but to me, the problem is this only rose about 15 grand, under 15 grand, which means this is not getting into stores. This was a fulfill, everybody's going to get it. Maybe he has some extra copies when he's done, but more likely he's printing out what was requested, he's sending it out to us, and the extra money was probably the profit made, which is great. Fantastic to pull that off. If he was able to put away $4,000 or $5,000 as a profit and get us all this great game, I say that that's money well earned. That being said, that doesn't mean that that's going to be a game in stores. So I don't think this is going to be available to those who didn't back it on Kickstarter, unless it gets real popular, recognition from what they did here, or he surprised us and he invested all the bonus money into more copies, and maybe this starts showing up at conventions and seeing if they can raise even more money down the line, which would be great. That being said, based on what I see here, I don't think there's going to be enough of it out there for the price to really matter. I think this has to be, for now, thumbs down. Difficulty. This looks like it's perfect for experts and experienced. I don't think it's going to scare away a beginner, and I think kids can try it, but I think it's going to be more of a beginners are really the entry point, but it's the experienced and the experts who you're looking for. And for me, that's enough. Thumbs up. replayability. So he said the game's going to take 90 minutes to 2 hours. Now that's a long game. That's not to say that the game isn't going to be a blast and that it may not be a replayable one on the maybe a 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times a year. But I don't think you're playing this twice in a day. That seems like a long day to be playing 2 games if it's going to take you up to 4 hours. To me, the replayability is there, but it's not strong enough until I really get in front of me and I see if this game's got that ability to want to be chosen multiple times in a season, or at least a few times a year. So for right now, thumbs down. Keys to victory. Well, right off the bat, you have 2. Are you going to be on the offensive or the defensive? Are you trying to be peaceful or are you trying to be aggressive? And then once you're going there, are you trying to be obvious or not? Are you trying to build up mega unitions or unitions? Are you focused on one particular group or 2 groups, or are you trying to make yourself spread out? There's so many ways to attack this game. I think it's very smartly built. For me, when it comes to those keys, thumbs up. Is the game unique? I do think it's unique. Yes, the fact that there's a way to eliminate players, I haven't seen that yet with a deck builder, so that's unique to me. The fact there's a way to have an instant win and ends right there, that's unique to me. Deck builders usually are set up where there's an ending moment, and when that happens, you then count. But in this game, it's not that at all. Victory points are you hit it and you win the game. There is no ending it at the end of the round and then you see it's you've won. Or it's eliminating people. To me, that is a genius way to put this together. It's very unique. I can't wait to get it to the table. Thumbs up. Overall, what do I think? I think if you're one of those who backed this game, like myself, you're going to be extremely excited for when this finally hits your table. If you didn't back it, then keep your eyes open. You never know if it's going to show up at conventions or if it does surprise us and maybe somebody who was from a bigger developer found the game or backed the game themselves, liked it, and ends up deciding to add this with a new tag, and all of a sudden it does hit stores one day. It's a game I'm excited to see the future of. I think you should be too, and we're going to try to see if we can get more people to be aware of it. Maybe we'll get a second Kickstarter. I'd love to see that this game not only is as good as it looks, but that it gets a second run and that all of you out there get a chance to play it and possibly buy it as well. Well, it has been day 251, and we've been speaking of the game Unition, and you've been speaking to the Meeple's champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description. If this game ever does get to Amazon, I'll be adding in a link for you below. And then, don't forget to check me out on Board Game Arena, where you can look me under the Meeple's champion, and you can do a friend request, a game request. I try to be on a couple times a day. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.